And let's take a look at your Caribbean report for tonight. We start in St. Kitts Bestiaire in what police describe as a very suspicious accident when a female lost control of her car and luckily escaped uninjured as the car she was driving ran off the road, flew over the wall, and nested atop the rubbles of the old K.N. Library, which had recently been destroyed by a fire. The accident occurred Monday night at around 10 p.m. One woman was left unharmed, but the vehicle was totally damaged. According to eyewitnesses, the vehicle was traveling along the island's main road, heading in the direction of Bestiaire when the incident occurred. Sergeant Keynes of the K.N. police station told media he could not offer much information because the incident seemed very suspicious, and something might have been wrong with the car, judging from the path it took where it ended up. Sergeant Keynes informed the media that the matter is being investigated, but the female driver indicated to police that she could not remember what happened. The accident occurred less than 100 meters from Menards Park, where the Green Valley celebrations were concluding. And in Haiti, the heads of the United Nations Education and Scientific and Cultural Organization has welcomed a $360 million fund launched by Haiti's new president to ensure that the most disadvantaged children in the country go to school. Haiti's education system was devastated by the earthquake in January of 2010, and according to the United Nations Education Organization, added that even before the disaster, only 1 in 5 children had access to public school. A large segment of the population was deprived of education because the parents lacked the financial resources to pay the registration fee. The fund is a multi-sectorial consortium that groups the Haitian government, the private sector, international financial institutions, and non-government organizations. It is chiefly composed of a 5-cent deduction on incoming international phone calls and $1.50 on international money transfers. The resources identified so far should allow 350,000 children go to school in the first year, and according to the United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization, a total of 1.9 million children are expected to benefit overall. The Education for All goals were arranged by more than 160 countries at the World Education Forum in the year 2000, with the aim of achieving 100% child enrollment in primary schools by 2015. And finally tonight, for the third time in recent, China courts the Caribbean. In Nassau, the Bahamas, the Deputy Secretary and Political Legal Affairs Commission of the Communist Party of China Central Committee, Wang Liquan, along with a delegation of Chinese officials, began a diplomatic tour of key government sites and points of bilateral interest for the Bahamas last Friday. The delegation paid a visit to Prime Minister Hubert Ingram when he and Wang spoke about the similarities and differences in China and the Bahamas economy and the people, as well as the trade relations and migrations. Ingram thanked the delegation again for the gift of the National Stadium and continued cooperation with projects such as the Baha Mar and the Airport Gateway Project. Wang then explained that the Bahamas has a lot to learn from China's 5,000-year history and its rise to global superpower. There is much we in the Bahamas can learn from the wisdom and experience of the Chinese people and government, explained Prime Minister Ingram.
This Caribbean report is brought to you by MLK Tires, keeping you rolling right.
And that's your Caribbean report for tonight. And it's Wednesday, time for your Crime Stoppers report with Judy Fricks.
This is Judy Fricks with your weekly Crime Stoppers report. Crime Stoppers is asking for your help to solve the following crimes. If you know something, say something, because even the smallest bit of information may be just what law enforcement needs to solve these cases. On St. Croix, there have been 8 murders this year so far. All 8 of those perpetrators are still free. Regardless of the circumstances surrounding these killings, they were all senseless. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers, tell us what you know, so that VIPD can arrest these killers and put them where they belong. Help bring closure to all of the friends and family of the deceased. On St. John, on June 4th, at about 5 a.m. at Sapphire Breeze Villa in Estate Bethany, an armed robber got into the patio and then broke into the master bedroom door. When he got in there, he got into a scuffle with the father and he started demanding money. The children then entered the bedroom. He became enraged when he found out there was very little money to be had. He then grabbed the daughter's arm, demanded that she escort him out of the house, and then found $10. He got away with it, The intruder was described as a black male. He had short hair, somewhere between 5'9" and 6 feet tall, and he was wearing a black t-shirt and black pants, and also a mask. If you saw anyone that morning or the night before, again, call Crime Stoppers so that VIPD can put him behind bars. And on St. Thomas, on May 20th around noon, the residents of number 173-A-10 of Anna's Retreat, they locked and secured their home. When they got back around 3 p.m., they discovered their home had been burglarized. The burglar entered the home through the kitchen window and stole a number of items. He got jewelry, crystal rare coins, a laptop, a Wii game console, and a 46-inch flat screen TV. The burglar then exited through the kitchen door. Please help continue to make our community a safer place to live and work and raise a family by submitting information on these or any other crimes on our website at www.crimestoppersusbi.org or call 1-800-222-TIPS, which is 8477. As always, that web address and that phone number is right there on your screen. If your information leads to an arrest or recovery of stolen property, illegal drugs, or weapons, you will receive a cash reward to be paid according to your instructions. Crime Stoppers needs to let you know we have 20 unclaimed rewards. If you submitted a tip anytime to Crime Stoppers, please call us and find out if you are eligible for your cash reward. This has been Judy Fricks with your weekly Crime Stoppers report.
And thanks to Judy Fricks of Crime Stoppers for that weekly update. And when we come back from this break, the mighty Caribs walk the aisle. Stay with us. Well, the mighty Caribs from Central High School walk the aisle today. Let's take a look at some of the highlights and those proud grads.